When God warns you to tell somebody of their wickedness or iniquity and you don't do it, their blood is on your hands. Take Ezekiel. Chapter 3, verse 16. And at the end of the 7 days, and I just love Ezekiel, especially the part where this part. The Spirit lifted me up and took me away, and I went in bitterness in the heat of my spirit, the hand of the Lord being strong upon me. And what he just heard behind him before he went in bitterness in his spirit, y'all know. He went in bitterness in his spirit, like, not like bitter, but like, like overwhelmed, I can't even describe it. And this proves itself because next, and I came to the exiles of Tel Aviv, who were dwelling by the Chebar Canal, and I sat where they were dwelling, and I sat there overwhelmed among them 7 days. Some of you know what I'm talking about, why he went in the heat of his spirit, in the bitterness, and he went in bitterness in the heat of his spirit. After you experience God, like he did, like that, the living creatures, the wheels, I stood in front of God while he stood within me. Anybody who's experienced God firsthand, you know what that means. But then watch. When I read that too, he sat overwhelmed among them 7 days. I was like, oh, Ezekiel, my heart hurt for him because I know. I just wish I could have. I was just like, breathe in and breathe out. When you're overwhelmed, you have to force yourself to breathe. I don't care how many times you've been told to breathe, because I'm willing to bet every time you've been told to breathe, you didn't actually breathe. You have to drop everything. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep doing it. You'll feel a change in your brain. I'm not kidding, and I'm not playing games with this. God gave us the breath of life. You cannot work in the Spirit if you can't learn to breathe. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 16. And at the end of the 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the house of Israel. Whenever you hear a word from my mouth, you shall give them a warning from me. And if I say to the wicked, you shall surely die, and you give him no warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way in order to save his life, that wicked person shall die for his iniquity, but his blood I will require at your hand. But if you warn the wicked, and he does not turn from his wickedness, from his wicked way, he shall die for his iniquity, but you will have delivered your soul. And if, again, I'm running out of time, my phone's going to cut off. When God warns you to warn someone of their iniquity, or that they really are not saved, it doesn't matter how mad they get. Warn them, or their blood is on your hands. Maranatha.